So the obligations of the wudu and the sunnah. So we said the furud wudu sitta, right? Sitta ashar, six. Number one is what? Niyya. Number two. Hmm? Oh, it's not in there. It's not in there. It's not in that. It's a different book. Uh, Number two is what? So, washing the face. So pay attention to this. This is not there. Okay. So number one is having a niyyah, which is the intention, and the ghusl wajh, when you're going to wash your face. Okay. Well, ghusl wajh, washing the face is number two. Okay. What's number three? Washing the hands, ghusl yadayn ila mirfaqayn, washing the hands up to the elbows. Mirfaqayn, the two elbows. Number four, some part of the head. Now, so وَمَسْحُ بَعْضِ الرَّأْسِ. So wiping a part of the head. Wiping what? A part of the head. Okay. Khamsa, number five. Good. وَغَسْلُ الرِّجْلَيْنِ إِلَى الْكَعْبَيْنِ. So washing the foot or feet up to the ankles. So mean including the ankles. Okay. Sitta, number six. Good. الترتيب على ما ذكرناه. So doing them in that order. So you can't change the order. All right. So you have to do it within the order that they come. طيب. So these are what's called the furud, which the things are obligatory. So if you don't do these, then you don't have what? Wudu. So you have to do these things, and it must be done in this order for your wudu to be complete and valid. Okay. And we said, so following the furud, this is, good to do, alhamdulillah, but it also lets you know, because we know we do more than that, but maybe you may have little water, you may have little time, so you do the what's enough to make it valid. All right. And then if we want to make complete wudu, we do what? With the sunnah. So the sunnah makes it what? Complete. It perfects it, makes it a completion. Right? So what's the first thing with the sunnah? You say Bismillah, the tasmiyah. To say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Number two, wash the hands. Now, ghusl kafayn, and it says qabla idkhalihuma al-ina. So before putting them in the water utensil, especially. Okay, so even though we said, okay, maybe we're not using the bowl of water, okay, but we still do it even with the tap. Okay, that's fine. But know that this is what we should do, because maybe perhaps that be your situation, right? Alhamdulillah, I ended up, when I was living overseas, a lot of stuff that I had never practiced, I had to learn. I had to practice it now. Alhamdulillah, I had learned it. Now I knew what to do for some of those things, right? Because when you don't, you have to, sometimes the water wasn't working, right? So and so I had to gather water in a bucket overnight, and that's what I use for my ghusl, for my wudu, right? So you don't want to put dirty hands inside, so you have to what? Take some out to wash first before you use that water. Okay, so washing first the hands before putting them into whatever utensil that you use to keep your water. Thalatha, number three. Good. And that's called a madmada. A madmada. So remember the term a madmada. Al madmada. Okay. Al madmada. Wal istinshaq. Wal istinshaq. So al madmada is to do what again? Rinse the mouth. Rinse the mouth. So to put water in the mouth and rinse the mouth. What's al istinshaq? No. What's al istinshaq? That's taking the water in the nose. Okay, so al-madmada is wash the mouth, put water in the mouth and to wish it around and spit it out. Well, istinshaq, to take the water in the nose and to blow it out. Number 4, pay attention because you have to know how to make your wudu. Wiping jami'ras, the whole head being wiped. Okay, all right. And number 5, good, wiping the outside and the inside. So a muscle of the name, ظاهرهما وباطنهما بماء جديد, it says, with new water. So 6, good. تخليل اللحية, okay, الكثة. So if you have a thick beard, so to run your fingers through them. Okay. Number 7. Good. So making sure that you wash between your fingers and also wash between the toes. Making wudu now. Number 8. Good. So doing what's called taqdeem al-yumna ala yusra, starting with the right before you do the left. So you do the right hand first, then you do the left hand. You do the right foot, then you do the left foot. Okay? And the Aisha, radiallahu anha, she said the Prophet used to love doing everything starting with the right. Okay? So always starting with the right first. Number 9, 8. No, no, number 9. Number 9. Good. So do each 3 times. So the ones that call for 3, like the washing the hands, washing the mouth, and rinsing the mouth, nose, right? Those are all 3, and um and and then the arms up to the elbows, right? And the feet 3 times. So the only ones that are not 3 is what? Good. And the ears. Good. Go ahead. And number 10, ashara. Good. Do it back to back without taking breaks. Okay. You don't do one and then you go have tea, come back later, and then talk on the phone. Go right. You do them within that time, back to back. Okay. So you don't break. All right. Okay. Who wants to give an example of how to perform the wudu? Okay. Tafadhal. You're gonna show us how to make wudu. No, you're showing us how to make wudu. Give us an example how to make wudu. All right. So listen to the question first before you say me, before you volunteer. Anyone want to volunteer? Father. Okay. 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 Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. And mm-hmm. 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 That'd be it. Okay. You know now? Okay. Alhamdulillah. So, okay, we start with the niyyah, intention. All right. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We wash our hands. All right. How many times? Okay. Then we take water and blow it out. And blow it out. We do that how many times? 3 times. And then wash the whole face. So you got to make sure the face is from the forehead all the way to the what's this part of the ears? All the way to the chin. So that's the face. So you gotta what? Wash the whole face. Okay. So how many times? 3 times. And then if you have lihya, all right, to take water through your beard. And then after that, you wash your arms up to where? Elbows. 3 times. So you can take the water however you like and do it what? 3 times. And then left. Same. Take the water 3 times and then take water, the whole head, okay, along with the what? Ears, the in and out. Then after that, you do your right foot all the way up to the ankle and including what? Between your toes, and then left all the way up to the ankles. Wash it 3 times and in between the toes. Play it. If you have socks, okay, you wipe the bottom or the top? The top. Okay, so if you have socks, meaning you already made your wudu before, okay, then you break your wudu or you want to renew your wudu, then you just wipe over the top 1 time. Play it. So the next thing, which is very important, which is part about the harder, brother, sit up and listen. Shh. Sit up and listen. Okay? Both of you, sit up, sit up. Okay? So this is what's called al-istinja wa adabu qada al-haja. So al-istinja wal adab qada al-haja. So al-istinja wajib. It is what? Wajib. What does wajib mean? Obligatory, must do. Min al-bawl wal-ga'it. So al-bawl is number 1, urine. Wal-ga'it is number 2, the stool. Wal-afdal an yastanji bil-ahjar. And what is preferred is that you make istinja with al-ahjar. Ahjar is a plural of hajr. The word hajr means what? Stone, rock. So it's best to make istinja with what? Rocks. Okay? So have your rocks in the bathroom. Your wife can like, look what the kids brought in here. What you talking about? I brought those there. For what? We gotta clean ourselves, right? Gotta follow the sunnah. ثم يتبعها بالماء. Then follow it up with water. Okay? So to use the stones first, or what we say today, what's in the place of stones? Like what? We use what? Like the tissue. Okay? All right? Yes. Okay. Yes. You have a question or what? What is it? Say that again? What? Put what on your face? All right. Stay focused with us. Stay focused. I'm gonna have to focus on you because you're on a different page now. All right. So it says, well, your Jews, and it's permissible an yaqtasira ala al-ma, to just stop at the water. It's permissible to just use water only. Okay? It's allowed to just only use water instead of using the stones or the tissue. Okay? أو على 3 أحجار ينقي بهن المحل. So, or if after you use the stones 3 times and it cleanse the place that you're wiping, that's enough. So you could use one or the other. فإن أراد الاقتصار على أحدهما فالماء أفضل. So if you just want to just use one of them and you have a choice, the preferred one, the better one is what? Water. Okay? The preferred one is water. So it's best to clean yourself, whether number one, number two, with water. Okay? ويجتنب استقبال القبلة. And we should stay away from facing the Qibla. واستدبارها في صحراء. So, or facing, or so whether we're facing or our back towards the Qibla. So right now, this is our Qibla direction, right? So I shouldn't do number one this way or this way or number two, either way. All right? So either one, that shouldn't be the Qibla. But if I turn away this way, turn this way, I'm not facing what? The Qibla. Okay? I turn this way, I'm not facing the Qibla. Right? So you turn away from the Qibla, and this is in particularly, it says when you're in the Sahara, when you're out in like the open areas. Okay? Like, you're in a desert, you're in a big park or something, but if you're in a enclosed space, this is something different. Okay? So, وَيَجْتَنِبُ الْبَوْلَ وَالْغَائِطِ فِي الْمَاءِ الراكد. So before I say that, so if you have like if you're in a, and this would include like porta potty, your house, all these, they have walls, but it's better even if you have these, you have the ability to turn away, even if you're in there, that's even better as well, right? But if it's not made like that, then it's not made. So if you was to build a house, right? Say where's the Qibla, so when you build your bathroom, you know how to build it away from that, inshallah. But being that you're enclosed, you're okay. So it's no la haraj, no problem, no harm. So then it says وَيَجْتَنِبُ الْبَوْلَ وَالْغَائِطِ في الماء الراكد وتحت الشجرة. So water that's like sitting, standstill water, don't urinate in that. Okay? It has to be said because people won't do it, right? People do it. So water that's standing still, like a puddle or a pond or something, do not urinate in that water. Or a tree, okay? Even if it's a tree that like gives like fruit, right? That bears fruit or whatever, we eat from it. Or any tree as well, right? Because people sit under the trees. People seek the shade under the trees, right? So not to do it in under tree or on the tree. But fi tariq, or any way that people walk. Sometimes there's some places where you're in the walkway, and what's that smell? It's urine. You know what I'm saying? People then pee on by the walkway by the bridges or wherever. So do not do that. Do not do that. Stay away from tariq. Wadhil, or any shade with thuqbih. ولا يتكلم على البول والغائط, and do not talk while you're urinating and or using number or number two, right? I remember, and they still do it, right? You go into the bathrooms, people they're urinating, having conversations, right? That's where they conversate, right? Sometimes the kuffar, they'll be urinating or even if they're in the stalls, they'll be having conversations while they're doing number one, number two. So no conversating, no talking while you're using the bathroom doing number one and number two. ولا يستقبل الشمس ولا القمر ولا يستدبرها, and also facing the sun and the moon and or with the front or back from. So none of those. So this is like to do so. له لذلك حال قضاء الحاجة، لكن النووي في روضة وشهر محبب قال إن استغرارهما ليس بمكروه، وقال في شهر وسيط إن ترك استقبالهما واستدبارهما سواء. أي فيكون مباحا. وقال في تحقيق إن كراهة لاستقبالهما لا أصل لها وقوله لا يصل. Now, so we could remove that last part. Is the ulama say there's no basis for this, no basis for the issue of like facing the sun or the moon or whatever, right? So there's no basis on that. Right? طيب. فصل أسباب الحدث. Okay, الحدث. So this word al-hadath, we want to know because we have what's called al-hadath al-asghar and al-hadath al-akbar. So asghar and akbar. Hadath. So al-hadath basically is when you're doing number one or number two, basically. So breaking a state of impurity. Okay, breaking your state of impurity. So al-hadath al-asghar means minor, and akbar means major. Okay, so the asghar is like minor and akbar major. Okay, so asbabu hadith والذي ينقص الوضوء ستة أشياء. So what uh, invalidates or breaks the wudu? Six things. ما خرج من السبيلين. What comes out of the sabilain, the two paths, meaning the front or the back. Okay, y'all understand? Okay, والنوم على غير هيئة المتمكر. So basically, like if you're sleeping, a deep sleep. Okay, a deep sleep. Number three was zawalul aql bisukr or marad. So if you lose your mind by either intoxication or sickness. All right. So make mistakes. So right. So by losing your mind or becoming crazy or becoming sick, so this that's number what, three, right? Number four, وَلَمْسُ رَجُلُ الْمَرْأَةِ الْأَجْنَبِيَّةِ مِنْ غَيْرِ حَالٍ. So this in the Shafi'i, that if a man touches a woman that is foreign to him, okay, a woman that is foreign to him, غير محرم ولو هي ولو ميتة, even if she's dead. مراد بالرجل والمرة ذكر والأنثى, male and female. And they've reached the age of the desires. Here, H. All right, so that's number 4. So a man touching a woman that's he's not allowed to touch in any situation, any condition. Okay. So ومس number 5 مسح فرج الآدمي بباطن الكف. So number 5 is touching the private area with the bare hand, with no barrier. Which A? Which A? Over here, over there. AL-H. All right. So number 6 مسح الحلقة الدبر دبري على الجديد. Right. Okay. So also touching the back side as well, without anything in between. So those 6. Okay. So فصل موجب الغسل. والذي يوجب الغسل 6 أشياء. So the things that make ghusl mandatory. So ghusl is like the complete what? Complete bath or shower, complete washing of the body. Okay. All right. So those things that are obligatory for the ghusl are والذي يوجب الغسل 6 أشياء 6 ثلاثة تشترك فيها الرجال والنساء وهي. And 3 of these things they are shared between the men and the women. التقاء الختانين. So here is the meeting of the 2 private parts, basically, between the male and female. So if they touch, then that's wudu. I mean, ghusl. It becomes mandatory. Mm-hmm. So that's even if nothing no ejaculation, no fluid. Yes. Number two, inzalul mani. So if something does come out. And number three, al-maut, death. So those three are shared between both men and women. Okay, so the intercourse basically, or mani coming out, uh, ejaculation, and death. So that those all need to make what? A complete ghusl. وثلاثة تختص بها النساء. And then there are three more that are specifically for women. So these are not for the men, but the men should what? No, because we have wives, we have daughters, and if we're able to teach our families, or they have questions, if we can answer them. So number one is al-hayd. Al-hayd. Al-hayd is the monthly that the woman has. Menstruation. Hayd. Or number two, an-nifas. So nifas is the post bleeding after having birth. And these are may seem like the same, but al-wilada, giving birth. Okay? Because sometimes women they may not bleed for that after that period of time. Some they take long time, and some the first day they may stop. Or right? Okay, so we're just gonna correct your sunnah, and then we'll stop at that. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. So, so. All right. So the furudul ghusl was sunani. So those things that are obligatory for the ghusl is three things. The latasha. Well, number one, niyyah. So intention again. Number two, izalata najasata in kanat ala badanihi. So removing the impurities if it's on the body. So you have intention and then removing the impurities. And number three, wal isal al ma ila jamil sha'r wal bashar. So water reaching all of the hair and the skin. So those must take place for the ghusl to be completed. So niyyah, intention. If you have any najasa, any impurity on your body, remove it. Wash it off. And water reaching through all of your hair and body. So the whole body and hair must. So that's the complete ghusl. The sunnah, five things. Number one, tasmiyah, bismillah. Number two, al-wudu qablahu. So having wudu before you make wudu before you make your the ghusl. Number three, al-imrar al-yad al-jasad. So passing the hand over the body. So you know how people may just stand in the shower, whatever, but no, but passing the hand over the body. Okay. And number four, al muwalat, meaning that you do it right back to back. It's not separation between. And number five, taqdeemu yumna ala al-yusra. We're starting with the right, then the left. So the right side, then what? Left side. Okay. Inshallah. So we'll stop there with the sunnah, and then next time, bismillah, we'll show like a little how to do it, inshallah. طيب. هذا وصلي وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Don't forget the dua. You go to sleep, wake up. Alhamdulillah الذي أحيانا بعدما ماتنا وإليه النشور. Okay? Teach to our families, teach our children, inshallah. Alhamdulillah الذي أحيانا بعدما ماتنا وإليه النشور. When they wake up, they come to you and you say your dua.